Yo, what is happening, my fellow artistes? Alright, today I'm really excited because this video is all about art tools and what you can do with them, what kind of effects they give you, and it's all about investing in your craft. So, yeah! So, a little bit about me. When I was a kid, I used to work in the shop a lot with my dad, and we would work on everything from motorcycles to cars, lawnmowers, whatever. And he would always say, "Braid, a mechanic is only as good as his tools." Now, at the time, it was just something that my dad said, and I didn't really pay much attention to it. That is until I started to get older and I started to draw more. And basically what he meant was that when you have the proper tools or the proper set of tools, all of a sudden that makes your ease of use in doing whatever job it is that you're doing, whether you're rebuilding a carburetor or taking off an oil filter, that much easier. Well, bringing it to drawing in the realm that we like to hang out in, the more tools you have at your disposal, the more ability you give yourself to be able to manipulate charcoal in a whole slew of ways. And that's why I'm making this video, is because I want to show you guys all the tools that I use and how I manipulate charcoal, and maybe it'll help you out, or maybe it'll give you an idea of maybe a different tool that you can use. And yeah, so we're going to be using everything from a graphite pencil to my favorite brush, and smudgers, of course, who could live without those guys. Charcoal pencils. This is a hard pencil, but we're doing hard, medium, and soft. The trusty Mono Zero eraser, and multiple sandpaper strips, and I'll show you why. And then, of course, a razor for sharpening said charcoal pencils. Alright, now I've been talking way too much. Let me just show you guys what I mean. I'm going to be using this drawing to showcase what these tools can do for you. So first up is the graphite pencil. This is absolutely essential. And the reason why it's so essential is because I use my graphite pencil to draw the initial outline of every charcoal piece that I do. And the reason why is because it's extremely light. It's very easy to erase if need be, and it allows me to draw out the exact framework that I need for when the charcoal comes. What I typically do is I just do very light sketches of where I want to lay my charcoal down. I try not to focus so much on hard lines that will be in the drawing, but rather I tend to sketch out shadow spaces, if you will, where I know that I'm going to be laying down a lot of charcoal, or maybe it's going to be complete white space. But yes, the graphite pencil is a must. And the next up is sandpaper strips. Don't leave home without it. I use these sandpaper strips for two different things. The first one is I'm going to show you here is I take all three of my charcoal pencils, my soft, medium, and hard pencils, and I actually grind them onto the sandpaper strip here. All three, boom, boom, boom. I have my trusty dusty brush, and one of the things that I like to do is I like to take my brush and I like to dab on some charcoal. You can see here this just allows me to move the charcoal in a way that the only thing that really comes close is smudgers, and even then a lot of times it takes a lot more work with the smudger to get the kind of blending effects that I can get with the brush. One of the things that you can also do is you can take medium charcoal here and you can highlight spots on your drawing where you've already laid down soft charcoal, whether you've done it with your brush or if you've laid it down straight from the pencil itself. And then you can go in with the brush and you can move a lot of charcoal extremely quickly. And this is a big reason why I use the brush. I tend to try to crank out as many drawings as I can while not having to sacrifice on quality. And this technique will allow you to do that. This right here, as you can see, is one of the main reasons why I swear by the brush. But yes, if you don't have the brush in your essentials kit, I highly recommend it. Alright, next up is the second sandpaper strip and a smudger. Now, one of the things that I do for my smudgers, as you all probably know already, smudgers tend to wear down very quickly when you're pushing them into the paper and using them to smudge your charcoal around. So one of the things that I do is I put very sharp edges on my smudger by rubbing it on the sandpaper strip like this. And smudgers in the world of charcoal, if you don't already know, are extremely important. They are the perfect tool to allow you, much like the brush, to move a lot of charcoal extremely quickly. The main difference between the smudger and the brush that I have found in working with both is that the smudger allows for more precision. I have more control over exactly where that charcoal is being smudged. As you can see, I can put sharp lines in the beginning of wrinkles and creases on the Joker's face by moving my freshly sharpened smudger around. And of course, the more you work with smudgers, the better you will become. But yes, second sandpaper strip to sharpen your smudgers. A must. And next up is my Mono Zero eraser. Man, I love this thing. Just make sure when you go to use it that you have a clean tip. I just clean it with my finger. And the Mono Zero eraser, if you've never used one, will very simply change your life. It changed how I draw by what it enables me to do. Essentially, it's a detail eraser. You can put extremely sharp points on this thing. It has rechargeable cartridges, much like a traditional mechanical pencil. So you'll be able to swap out fresh erasers if you need to. This eraser, unlike a kneaded eraser, you can get into extremely small spaces. This eraser, because you're able to hold it like a pencil, gives you extreme control. Because of that control, you're able to get that sharp point into spaces, whether you're working with hair or an eye socket or lips, and you're able to make your drawing pop. But yes, Mono Zero eraser is a must. And last in my toolkit of necessities is a box cutter. Now, this is a razor. Be sure to treat this with a lot of respect and always cut away from you. I always try to push out the smallest amount of razor that I need to get the job done. And I hold my charcoal pencils over a bowl, and I hold them very firmly, and I always cut away from myself. And this gives me incredible edges, extremely sharp points that allows for incredible detail work and line work for my pieces. But that's it. Definitely have one of those in your toolkit, guys. Alright. Voila. Alright guys, so that is the overview of all the tools that I use with my 3-layer technique. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to try out any of these tools, have no fear. Got links down below where you can pick up all of these tools. And yeah, I hope that it helps you guys out and get you to where you want to be. So I guess that is it. That is all I got for you guys this week. And remember, if you guys enjoyed this video and you find yourself enjoying all of our videos that we make here at Messer Creations, you should probably like and subscribe. Oh, and be sure to hit the bell, ding, so you guys can be notified when our latest and greatest videos come out. My name is Braden, and you guys have just been tipped off. Hope you guys had fun, and I will see you in the next one.